This Jersey girl has no filter.
So are you getting a lot of hate?
Yeah, a lot of hate.
Bullshit.
Welcome to BS with Bella. Hi, welcome to another episode of BS with Bella, and I'm with Jordan Sparkle. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful.
Thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Okay, so when did you get into theater? Because I know you were into theater for a little bit.
Yeah, so I got into theater my freshman year of high school, and then I stopped my senior year. But it was honestly really fun. The story behind it is actually pretty funny. So I honestly only got into theater because I missed the bus to go home. So
Wow.
yeah, I missed the bus to go home, and they were like, just try out. And I was like, okay, you know what? Whatever. So I ended up
We
going.
love a king that can just whip it out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I ended up going, and then honestly, it was really fun. It was just like a new experience, and I just kept doing it until my senior year, and then yeah, that's how it's
So
been.
did you go to college for theater when you ended up like loving it?
No, I didn't go to college for theater. I wanted to, but then I was like, nah. I actually ended up just going to Pace University in the city. I only went for 2 years, so freshman and sophomore year, and then right now I'm just taking a gap year off to focus
Okay.
on social media and stuff like that.
So when did you like shift from theater to social media?
I would definitely say like 2019.
Okay.
Like, but during that time I was still doing theater, but like I would say that's when like my love for theater kind of shifted and I was like, okay, I kind of like social media more.
Media better. And so what are you getting into on social media? Are you more like of an influencer? Are you like doing skits? Like what is like your target audience?
Okay, so I would honestly say like I'm a little bit of like everything. Um, right now I do like lots of comedy videos, and then that's just like for anyone. I do trendy videos, and then I also do like get ready with me's. I feel like that's more for like influencing others, like, hey,
Yeah,
go out and buy this.
that's
And then I also,
definitely
yeah, and then I also do like skits, storytelling POVs. That's more for like younger kids. They
yeah.
love that. They
They,
are
they eat that up.
they no, they eat it up.
Like the little
So
skits you
yeah.
do. So did
Mhm.
you blow up on TikTok first? Did you blow up on YouTube, Instagram? How did your like social media career kind of start?
Okay, so it started as a joke actually because my friend was like, "Oh, in 2019, she was like, "Oh, you should like totally post on TikTok." Now, mind you, in 2019, if you had TikTok, you were like seen as cringy and stuff. So
Yes, yes,
I was
I
like, "No,
know.
I'm not gonna do this." But then I was like, "You know what? Whatever. Let me just try it out." So I ended up posting a few videos. It went viral. And then I just kept going from there. And at this point, I was only posting just like comedy, and I started doing like New Jersey content.
Mhm.
It was actually pretty interesting because at this point I only had like 30,000 followers, and I went to the mall and I was in garage with my friend, and the worker comes up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, I've seen your videos. Can I take a picture with you?" And I was
Are
like,
your first
"What?"
minutes of fame?
I was like, "Wait."
Oh, wait, I'm really famous.
I was like, "Oh, but like, girl, I'm wearing the most ugliest fit right now." But okay. So we took the picture, and then that honestly inspired me to keep going. And I would say 2020, like during the pandemic, is when like things spiked. That's when I ended up hitting 1 million, and it
That's
just like,
crazy.
hmm it was insane. And that's also when I switched up my content to more POVs. And that's where I honestly got more of my audience from. But now I'm just like switching it back to more comedy and just like stuff that I really enjoy. But
Joy, like what you really like want your audience to say. So what are you currently doing slash like on the works?
so right now I'm just like working with brands, like really, really big brands.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a surprise. So yeah,
the toot in there.
yeah. And then also I'm just like really getting into commercial modeling.
Okay.
Um, just like, what you see like in the mall and like the billboards and stuff like that. Like
Okay. Now, is commercial modeling like, I mean, I don't really know exactly. Is it like good money basically? Like, is it just like one time gigs?
no, it's good money. It's the print money. It's really good. That's like where I feel like most models like move towards,
Yeah, commercial.
other than like runway modeling, because runway modeling doesn't make that much money. It's more for exposure. But
Yes.
like if you want that money, go to commercial.
Commercial modeling. Period.
But that's what I've been working on, and then just like a little bit of acting here and there.
Here and there. So, what was your like favorite commercial modeling event? Like, was there like one that was just like super fun and vibey to go to, or have you had ones that are like you've gone, you're like, oh, this is very, very awkward, and you can just kind of tell?
So my recent one was actually a few months ago, and it was in New York, and we shot for this like food board. I forgot what the brand was, but we ended up getting put on like the Times Square billboards. It was
Oh my god, you must have felt so accomplished for that.
insane. It was honestly really fun. I feel like I haven't had any bad moments with like commercial print because it's more like forward. It's just like, hey, just like pose with a friend and then also just like be yourself like in front of the camera. I feel like it's really fun. So I love
Have you
it.
met like amazing people? I feel like that's definitely something that like a lot of people end up doing. Like you said, like more people models are moving towards. Have you met like anyone really super cool that you're like, oh my god, like
Mm. Yeah, you meet a lot of people in the industry and they're really fun. They're really just like you would think that they'd be like really mean, but they're not. They're so just like
everyone's
helpful.
in the same playing field?
They're very, very helpful. They're like, okay, you need to do this to help with your portfolio and stuff like that. So they give you lots of tips and tricks, and I honestly love it. So so
It's
grateful for
it's a good environment for you. Do you have any future events that you're looking forward to going? And what was like the most incredible that you've got to?
I don't think I have any future events right now. Actually, next week I have a creator function. It's in New York. It's like 2 days.
Well,
So
that's
that's
fun.
super fun. I can't wait for that. I would say my most recent events. I'll
Yeah.
do Okay, so number one definitely has to be New York Fashion Week this year. Oh my God, it was
Was it insane? I saw you like were posing with some people.
crazy. I met so many people that like I've watched on TV.
That's
It was
crazy.
um got to just like meet lots of people, got to sit front row for certain shows, VIP. Like that was just like
Oh, period, King.
I was like, what? Me? Me, okay?
Me? Oh, okay.
Mhm. And then I got to go to like different events, just like around the city with this company CLD. And yeah, there was just like other like influencers and celebrities with them. So there was like Kenzie Ziegler, which I didn't get to see her because every single time that I went a little bit too early and then she came
Oh, and then she came after.
like ugh, come on. So maybe
Huh,
next.
maybe next time.
And let me see, my number two was the Gossip Girl reboot. I was like
Mhm.
that was really fun. It was like and all the actors and actresses were there. A lot of people within the industry were there. Got to like be all around them, so that was really fun. And then I'd say my third event definitely has to be just like any YouTube event. So we have like premieres that we used to go to, but now they're on the strike, so we can't go anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when there was like the movie premieres, it was so fun because we got to walk the red carpets.
Oh, that's so fun.
It was definitely like a fun experience because you had like the cameras just like flashing at you. So it's like okay,
You're
like
like, okay, I feel famous.
hey, like Getty Images. I'm like, oh, okay, this is serious. And then like once again, you got to like be in the same like area as the actors and actresses, and they were really nice to you, and it was just like such a fun experience. And I recently got to meet with like the YouTube higher ups. We had like a whole round table. So whenever they do like stuff like that, it's so fun, and I just love talking and just like getting myself out there. So it
Because
was
you,
just
you create a name for yourself, and it's like one of those opportunities that you're like, well, I'm in the same playing field. I'm young too, and it's like you got to put your name out there for everyone else. So it's like definitely one of those cool experiences. I mean, I would be like, oh my god, like Maddie Ziegler. If I saw her, I assume you watched Dance Moms growing up, so it's like one of those wow, like I'm in the same area as these people,
I
which is
know.
insane.
Yeah,
And
that was when I saw Asia from Dance Moms. I was like, oh my goodness, you're real.
oh my god, you're real. How are you? what type of brand? Have you gone to any brand events?
Um, right
What?
now only CLD.
Okay. What is
So
CLD?
so it's like, well, the event that they thrown, it was just like, they have like around with like
yeah.
in area this I forgot what it was called. But anyways, they had like a whole bunch of brands there and we got to like walk around and like they gave us like free stuff with them. So like one of the brands was like Clark's. I don't know if
Yeah.
you heard of them.
Yes.
Where like it was actually so interesting. So I went up to the table and they were like, just pick out a boot and you could take it. I was like, huh? Like for free?
Bro, boot?
So it was
Pick
like
me a boot?
I was like, huh? So it was a free gifting event. They gave us like a whole bunch of stuff for free. It's sitting over there. I'm just like waiting to unbox them all.
Because you're like, I don't even want to touch. I don't even want to touch the boot that I got to pick for free.
Yeah, yeah. um so yeah, it was just like that. Other brand events. Oh my goodness. I don't know why my mind is blanking. I feel
I
like
saw
there's
you did that Mario Badescu thing.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
That was actually so fun. I
This is
remember
a real interview because we got my dog barking in the background. We're like going through events in his head.
so that was really fun. My manager sent it to me and I was like, wait, Mario Badescu? Like I use them all the
I
time.
used to
Like,
like shop them in like Urban Outfitters when they first came out.
my goodness. They're amazing. I love them.
Did you get like a free facial? What'd you do when you got there?
Got a free facial. Decided to record like a few videos there. They were really nice to me. I got to meet with the PR manager.
Oh,
Amazing. She like told me everything about like the brand and stuff. We had like a coffee. I mean, we had like a coffee meeting and stuff like that.
mhm.
So she told me about like any future events that were going to be happening. So I gotta like be on the lookout for that. And yeah, Mario Badescu, they follow me on TikTok now. So
Oh, period.
we're besties now. So
Oh, your besties now, period. There we go. So have you gotten like any cool like PR packages?
ooh, yeah, YSL Beauty. They usually
Okay.
yeah, that's how I be smelling really good. So I'm like, okay, thank you.
Period. Thank you.
Also, Starface. Starface, I love when they send me PR pack.
Starface like the pimple patches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
usually out to like the store to buy one, they're usually sold out. So when they send me stuff, I'm like, thank the Lord.
thank the Lord. Now, are you living in the city?
Oh, right now I'm living at home.
Okay.
So yeah.
Are you gonna move there eventually? And is that a YouTube award behind you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. Where'd you get that?
I got that like, oh my goodness, not that long ago, which is really crazy because that's the 100,000. And right now I'm at 970,000.
That
So
is so crazy.
and it's gonna sit right underneath. So
So do you post on YouTube a lot or you don't? Or you like kind of have been shifting more towards TikTok still?
so yeah, I post a lot on on YouTube. The thing is they have this program, it's called YouTube Shorts. And so
Yes, I've been seeing that's like a new thing.
yeah, and it's blowing up. It's doing really well. So basically what I do is I just repost my old acting POVs from my TikTok onto YouTube Shorts and it just like blows up every single time. So I've only been on YouTube for a year now and I'm basically at
That
1,
is
which is
so crazy. So
but
what would your advice be to like people that like start pretty small and like kind of like for me, I feel like over time about what I'm doing is slowly growing, but what would you have like even for me or for other people watching, what would your advice be for people who are starting small?
my advice would be to just start posting because you honestly never know what could happen. I feel like now with social media, everyone kind of cares about numbers and views, and
Yeah.
it's not can't be thinking about that when you're posting. You need to be authentic with
Yeah.
your honestly, that's what makes you grow. And I think a really good example is the Tube Girl, if you've seen her.
Yes.
Like just started doing her stuff and now she's blowing up. Like that's how you got to do
Now
it. Like,
everyone's doing her stuff.
yeah, it's got to be original. You got to be authentic to yourself and there you go. Now you just have a
But
follow.
now you start because I feel like when I post, like sometimes on YouTube Shorts, there's like 2 views, which is like kind of weird of the algorithm that goes onto it. But then there's like other ones that like I posted about like Disney collection came out in my college, and that like randomly blew up to like a meme about being like a bar, your college bar opening back up. Like, so it's so weird how like the algorithm in social media, like what can and cannot blow up.
It can be weird at times, but I just say to just keep posting and you never know what can happen. Just like have fun, honestly.
It's one of those platforms that you definitely no. Do you see yourself like doing social media in the future, or do you like gonna like have to figure out what you want to do, or
Um, I definitely feel like I'm gonna have to figure out what to do, but like come like I feel like in the next few years I'm gonna definitely continue with social media. Like with YouTube, I want to start posting long form content, like like vlogs and stuff like that.
I love posting vlogs. I love a nice vlog.
They're so fun to make. I actually made a few, but I did not post them.
I just feel like sometimes in people's attention spans these days, like, do you see YouTube, in your personal opinion, since you've blown up, and do you see YouTube like slowly dying, or do you see like YouTube always being around? Because I feel like with everyone's attention spans these days with TikTok, it's like short.
hmm Yeah, I don't know. I feel like YouTube it's gonna have its comeback. I don't
I'm
know.
right. I'm a YouTube stand by. I'm a YouTube stand person. Like I stand by YouTube because like back then, like Bethany Moda, like all those YouTubers were my like people I watched, and I feel like TikTok is like the fast growing platform, but I feel like YouTube, like what, make YouTube great again.
Yeah,
Make YouTube come back.
exactly. I feel like YouTube is gonna have its comeback. I think so.
And I
And like
love the YouTube shorts. I do.
love them so much.
So how was Fashion Week? Did you ever get a chance to walk yet? Is your dream to walk? Would is there a show that you wanted to go to or wish you want to go to next year?
So me personally, I don't think I would ever want to walk. It's so
Yeah,
nerve-wracking.
I know.
Like when I sat front row of this one show, I honestly forgot the name. Whenever the models reached the end, there were just like a whole bunch of photographers there, flashing, flashing, flashing. And also you're getting recorded in front of like how many people?
Thousands.
Yeah, thousands. Like that's crazy. If you slip and fall, if you have things
Game
falling,
over.
like I could never walk. And I don't know. It's just too nerve-wracking.
Too nerve wracking for you. Only commercial modeling.
Yeah. A show that I would like to go to this year. Hold on. I actually sent them an email and they were like, we can't invite you because there's too many seats, but we can invite you to the after party. And I was like, okay, after party.
Period.
The
We
good
love
after
a good party.
it was a good after party. Kim Shui, I want to go to one of her shows next
Oh,
year.
really?
Or this is like a long shot, but like like one of the big brands, like let's see. Oh, actually their name.
Period. He's like, I have my receipts pulled up.
I'm definitely gonna like say the name wrong. So I feel like fashion, like people are gonna come at me. Muglier.
That sounds pretty close. But yeah, you message them.
Oh no, I didn't message them.
But that's your dream show.
But yeah, that's like one of the shows that I really want to go to. Like anything like cool.
More to like
Really.
cool fashion. No, like I feel like Prada's would be so cool to go to.
Yeah. Or
So would you
yeah,
do Paris Fashion Week or no, would you?
I would love to, but I feel like okay, here's the thing. With like Paris Fashion Week, I don't think they really invite like influencers and stuff. I feel like Paris Fashion Week is only for like actors, actresses, singers, and stuff like
Yes. Yeah. And then like New York is more of the influencer pool.
that.
Who
But maybe one day I'll be there.
one day, who is the best person you've met in this industry? Like for your personal opinion, that's kind of like been your role model. It could be famous, it could be not famous, it could be someone that you literally met once. Who is like kind of the best person you've ever met in these opportunities that you've gotten?
I would honestly say my managers, my past managers too, like they're honestly
They've helped you.
amazing so much. And just like getting me through and also just like showing me how I can be better within like social media. So that's honestly like my role models and I'm so thankful for them because I feel like without them I would be so stuck.
You'd be so lost. How did you get managers? Did you get them from blowing up or did you kind of apply to an agency?
So I applied to them. Prior though, agencies would be reaching out to me through my email, but whenever I would like click on them, I'd be like, I don't really
I don't
want.
really.
Yeah, it just like wasn't really clicking to me. So
You wanted like an authentic agency.
that's how I wanted to be because I remember my first agency that I signed with. I'm not gonna say the name, but they were like really bad. They didn't send me anything, but then the second one that I went to, they were amazing.
They
They
were
flew
like on you, like here, here, here.
amazing. They flew me out to LA. Like we had
That's
a
crazy.
like I love them. I'm still in touch with them now, but my new management, she's also amazing too.
Nice.
So yeah, that's just what's been happening.
Would you move to LA? Are you like a New York stand?
I would say so. I've actually been talking to my friend about this. I feel like right now I really want to move to New York just for a little bit, just to see what happens.
Hmm.
And I feel like I'd say like in a perfect world, like for like 4 years maybe, move to just New
Yes.
York, then maybe switch over, go to LA for like some years, and then come back to New York. Just have like that bi-coastal feeling of
Yes. Hmm.
these in New York and then also in LA.
That is awesome. That is just such great. Like that is such a great plan. Move to New York, move to LA. Big time deal over here. Well, thank you, Jordan, for coming on my podcast.
I had so much fun.
Make sure you guys tune in next week, and I will see you later. Bye. This Jersey girl has no filter.
So are you getting a lot of hate?
Yeah, a lot of hate.
Bullshit.